Hello, the Coastal and Heartland National Estuary Partnership is proud to share this video update of our work to support DeSoto County's water and wildlife protection efforts. First, just a little bit about the CHNP for those of you who may not be familiar with us. We were formed in 1995 when Congress designated estuaries and their watersheds from Donna Bay to Estero Bay in Southwest Florida as estuaries of national significance. And as a result, we were folded into the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's National Estuary Program. As you can see on this map, we are one of 4 National Estuary Program organizations in Florida and one of 28 in the United States. As a result of our designation, we receive annual federal funding from Congress to assist the protection and restoration of water resources and wildlife habitat in the CHNP area. The CHNP area encompasses over 5,000 square miles, including 10 counties and 25 plus cities. DeSoto County sits in the middle of our service area with the Peace River running through it, one of the several major rivers in the CHNP area. CHNP exemplifies the power of partnerships as a private-public partnership that is science and consensus-based, non-regulatory, and citizen-supported. Because of private and non-federal governmental contributions, volunteers, and donated in-kind services, we've been able to provide $19 of restoration for every federal dollar we receive. We greatly appreciate DeSoto's continued active participation towards contributing to the partnership. All of our work supports the collective Comprehensive Conservation and Management Plan, the 5-year organizational strategic plan collectively drafted by the partners. The CCMP has 4 priority action areas: water quality improvement, hydrological restoration, fish, wildlife, and habitat protection, and public engagement. You should have received a mailed copy of this coffee table style book, but please feel free to let us know if you'd like additional copies, and it is also electronically available on the chnep.org website. It's an excellent resource and reference on natural resource management needs in our area. CHNP is working to serve DeSoto County's needs and to meet its goals, with numerous DeSoto comprehensive plan objectives and policies aligning with the CHNP CCMP. CHNP is aiding DeSoto's goal to pursue the identification, conservation, protection, and restoration of surface and groundwater resources. CHNP supports comprehensive and coordinated water quality monitoring and projects and programs that reduce pollutants entering our waterways. One such project that the CHNP funds annually is the CHNP Water Atlas, which collects all publicly accessible water quality data and puts it on a web-based public website with analytical tools and other resources to assist water managers and interested public stakeholders in accessing and interpreting information about local water quality conditions. This site is being continually upgraded and expanded and requires more than $50,000 annually to maintain. Additionally, CHNP is working to aid DeSoto's efforts to protect, conserve, and restore its wetlands, floodplains, floodways. CHNP supports watershed planning and hydrologic restoration to provide the appropriate water levels and flows to these natural systems. One of the ways that the CHNP works to protect wetlands and other environmentally sensitive areas is to provide economic data that shows the positive economic benefits from doing so. This past year, CHNP contracted economists to complete an in-depth study to determine the economic value of natural resource protection and management in the CHNP area. They collected and analyzed copious amounts of economic data across multiple sectors to tease out only those that were directly tied to natural resources and determined that the natural resources in the CHNP $6 billion of economic output annually, generating $3.8 billion in regional income and $146 million in local and state tax revenues. This in turn supports over 148,000 jobs. The economic study also divided the results into the separate water basins in the CHNP. For the Peace River Basin, which includes DeSoto and several other counties, illustrated here in dark green in the map, the primary economic sectors were tourism and agriculture. The natural resource protection and restoration in the Peace River Basin generates $3.24 billion in economic benefits annually, including $402 million in property value premiums, $1.49 billion in agricultural production, and $2.3 billion in recreational spending. Finally, the CHNP is aiding DeSoto's efforts to promote the conservation, restoration, and protection of wildlife and vegetative communities. CHNP supports the protection and management of wildlife and environmentally sensitive areas, including those utilized by listed and endangered species. CHNP recently hired a team of environmental experts to create a master habitat restoration needs plan for the region, compiling all existing habitat plans and integrating climate science on habitat migration to identify areas needed to preserve important wildlife habitat. The private habitat preservation conservation opportunities outlined on the map in blue, when combined with existing public management restoration areas in green, illustrate the landscape level habitat corridors and habitat areas needed to sustain our native wildlife and endangered species to come. Zooming into the Peace River Basin, you can see on the left map all the privately owned preservation conservation opportunities important for wildlife, including floodplains along the Peace River. Some of these areas are in active agricultural production and would be suitable to remain in production with conservation easements. On the right side of the map, there is the public areas that are outlined in green, with roughly a quarter of those being suitable for restoration to enhance their habitat values. Finally, we just want to say that DeSoto's participation in the CHNP is essential to understanding how to best serve your needs. We have the policy committee of appointed agency officials and elected leaders, the management committee of staff, directors, and lead staff, the citizen advisory committee of community leaders, and the technical advisory committee of technical staff and scientists. And each of these committees meets 3 times a year. Currently, we have a representative on all of our committees except for the technical advisory committee. So if you know any technical staff or scientists in the DeSoto County staff that might be interested in joining our technical advisory committee, please let us know. Thank you so much. We very much appreciate your continued support and involvement of the Coastal and Heartland National Estuary Partnership. Please feel free to reach out to me directly if you'd like to talk further. My name is Jennifer Hecker. I'm the Executive Director of the CHNP. You can also find more information about us at our website, chnep.org, or feel free to email us. Thank you.